We continue our series breaking down the state of each and every franchise, and on this episode we look at the World Series defending champion Atlanta Braves. Let's get into it. What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast, and as I said in the open, today we study the case of the franchise, the state of the franchise of the World Series defending champion Atlanta Braves. So, when we look at what this team is doing and what they have done this offseason, obviously we have to speak about the departure of Freddie Freeman. Now, with that departure, it is going to be a big blow to the community, to the presentation of this team, but they would very quickly pivot from that and acquire the services of Matt Olson. Olson is going to be a very big addition. To me, this is a younger, still not quite as proven Freddie Freeman. But I think that over the course of his 8 years that he received from the Atlanta Braves with that extension, that this is going to be a player that absolutely proves his value defensively and offensively and in the community that he is actually from. So this is going to be a very big move for me for the Atlanta Braves in trying to repeat as World Series champions. Some of the other moves that were made, which were quite lengthy, were Kenley Jansen, Alex Dickerson, Eddie Rosario, Colin McHugh, Manny Pena, and Tyler Thornburg. I think all of these additions are truly going to help build the Braves back up even stronger than they were before. I think there's an opportunity for Atlanta to really get back to being a very favorite contender for the postseason. As we look at the 2022 X Factor for the Atlanta Braves, there's very little doubt, very little question. It is that of Ronald Acuna Jr. Acuna is going to be missing at least the first month of the season, we would have to expect, maybe even more. But when he comes back, he has to be that same dynamic force that we've gotten used to him being over the course of his career. If the Braves are to have any success in repeating, I truly believe it is going to come with the superstar play of Ronald Acuna Jr. Now, as we look at the state of the pitching for the Atlanta Braves, I like what they've done with their pitching staff. I think that this is a B+ grading for this pitching staff. I like what the additions they've made to the bullpen, as well as the rotation that they have, that to me is a very sneaky rotation in Major League Baseball. There's an opportunity here for all of these guys to, even though they may not sound like some of the biggest names as Atlanta Braves pitching has had in the past, to casual fans, there are going to be some very elite level pitchers in this Atlanta Braves rotation. Then you add in an absolutely star-studded, superstar type elite bullpen, and you absolutely have the makings of a very strong pitching staff. When we look at the state of the offense, I absolutely love this offense. This is an A-level offense for me. When you add guys that had such a big impact, like an Eddie Rosario, you're getting back Marcell Ozuna. Alex Dickerson is going to come in and be a very key slot player. You have Adam Duvall. Austin Riley is going to be an absolute superstar. Not to mention the addition of Matt Olson, who I covered just a bit ago. This is going to be a star-studded lineup. When you get Ronald Acuna Jr. back, it's only going to make the Braves even that much more of a formidable and fearsome threat. When we look at the state of this franchise, this is an A-level franchise. I think there's obviously a lot to give praise for to Alex Anthopoulos, the GM of the Atlanta Braves, for being able to pull the trigger and make the move to get a guy like Matt Olson to help quell some of the rage that could have been brought up by the fan base for Freddie Freeman departing to the Los Angeles Dodgers. This move was actually made prior to Freddie even signing anywhere. So there's a lot to like about that. Not only the fact that they would bring in Matt Olson, who is 4 years younger than Freeman, who has a very similar skill set, who could easily develop into that type of a player. You also added to this team where you had weakness. To me, bringing in some more arms to that bullpen was only going to serve the Braves even better in their postseason hunt. Now, as we get into the bold prediction, this is going to be kind of crazy because it's going to depend on just how quickly he gets back, whether or not there's even a possibility for this to happen. But I think that Ronald Acuna Jr. could find himself on the 40-40 club in 2022. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your feelings on this down in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on the Atlanta Braves? Do they have a possibility in your mind to repeat as World Series champions? I think that without question they do make it back to the postseason because they are that strong of a ball club. But I want to know your thoughts on this down in the comment section below. Keep the conversation rolling with me over on Twitter at JLaracuente19. team. And as always, keep it locked into the entire JLMG family with We Sibs, the Grand and Geek Show, and of course here on the Baseball Banter Broadcast. For sticking around all the way to the end, I want to offer you a promo code on our merchandise shop, Baseball Banter Broadcast. Use the promo code BANTER to save 5% off your order. Keep it locked in all season long as I continue to cover the states of each and every franchise, as well as the latest news, notes, and my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions on the game of Major League Baseball. Peace.